Today, if the Activision Infinity Ward lawsuit keeps setting them up, we'll keep knocking them down. This is Checkpoint. Welcome to Checkpoint. It's E3 this week, and since the ESA did drop support of SOPA all those months back, we can report on it.
But we're not going to, because like every year, no interesting news comes out of E3.
Remember that awesome graphic showing a theoretical line of Mass Effect-themed hoodies? Well, BioWare thought it was awesome too, and they will indeed see the light of day. Now I'm hoping for a hoodie styled after the Citadel, so I can say, I'm Graham, and I'm my favorite person in the Citadel.
Suri satellite technology is using the brains from a Kinect to help two satellites reconnect themselves after separating while in orbit. Finally, in the vast, empty blackness of space, someone has found a place big enough to use a Kinect properly.
A few weeks back, author John Beiswinger filed a lawsuit against Ubisoft claiming that the Assassin's Creed games have actually a surprising amount in common with his novel Link, which he wrote back in 2003. He has since dropped the suit, feeling that he doesn't have the resources to actually fight Ubisoft in court. But before he dropped the suit, GameTrailers.com, who were also inexplicably named in the filing, settled with him. Why? We may never know. Perhaps their lawyer is an easily startled lemur in disguise. This is good info to have if you ever get bored and feel like suing Game Trailers.
Respected news organization, the BBC has some egg on its face after using the wrong UNSC logo. Turns out the company put up the United Nations Space Command logo from Halo during a story instead of the United Nations Security Council logo. This just proves it doesn't matter how respected you are, you shouldn't use Google image search for the news.
Sony has filed a patent for the worst idea ever. No, not a force feedback dick-punching peripheral, a new kind of in-game commercial that would slow down gameplay before freezing, displaying an ad for a set length of time, and then ramping game speed back up again. We can only hope Sony plans to camp the patent so no one else can use its dark power, like the One Ring or the Ark of the Covenant. The patent should be examined by top men.
The Xbox 360 is the steadiest selling console of the current generation, shifting 67 million units since launch. And, thanks to an infusion of popularity from the Kinect, Microsoft looks set to pass the best-selling current generation console, the Nintendo Wii, which has sold more than 95 million units lifetime. As you can see here from our charts, the Wii sales cycle has been much shorter, with a strong sales peak that quickly tapered off once the novelty of flailing one's arms about while playing Wii Sports wore off. I don't really have a joke here, but if we could somehow pick up the Wii sales figures again, we could make Nintendo's chart look like a pair of boobies.
More details on the ongoing Activision Infinity Ward legal clusterfuck keep coming to light, and amongst all the internal memos and corporate chicanery comes some interesting information about why Activision is so angry to have lost Jason West and Vince Zampella. An independent analyst determined that if Modern Warfare 3 had been wholly developed by Infinity Ward, instead of mostly by Sledgehammer, who did the heavy lifting after West and Zampella got the axe, it would have been such an order of magnitude better as a game that it would have increased profits by $700 million. Think of how this must make Sledgehammer feel, the knowledge that your parent company has proof that you are the crappy brother.
Oh, Activision, this trial is a never-ending well of hilarity. Take this thing to appeals if you need to.
In fact, now Sledgehammer should sue Activision for defamation of character.
Yes, and then Activision should countersue Sledgehammer for insubordination or something.
Love it.
Law. Coming up. According to Blizzard, 35% of hardcore Diablo 3 characters die in Act 1. This is immediately followed by a string of vulgar tweets.